The MLB playoffs are coming up quickly, and right now the league looks pretty wide open. Teams at the top, like the Orioles and the Yankees, have been struggling really bad lately, and it actually looks like every team has had a very bad stretch of baseball during this season. Any team is looking like it can make a run at any given time. One of those teams that's on a run right now is the San Diego Padres. As of August 21st, the Padres are 72-55, and in second place in the NL West, just behind the Dodgers. What was once an 8.5 game lead for the Dodgers on July 23rd has dwindled down to just 3 games in less than a month. The Padres have won 22 of their last 27 games. They've swept the Pirates twice, and also swept both the Nationals and the Dodgers once. During this 27-game stretch, the pitching has only allowed 90 runs, for an average of just 3.33 runs per game given up. While that's been happening, their offense has been on fire. They've put up 159 runs, and are scoring about 5.9 runs per game for the last month straight. There's a lot of reasons for how this team that looked dead coming out of the All-Star break has rallied out of seemingly nowhere. You don't just go on a 22-5 stretch for no reason, and so I'm going to highlight some players that have stepped it up lately for the Padres. For about the first 4 months of the season, Manny Machado was having a rough time at the plate. In 380 plate appearances, he hit just 13 home runs and had a pretty underwhelming OPS at just 734 and a WRC plus of 106. He was having a very disappointing season to sum it up, and was definitely not playing up to his massive contract. However, since July 20th, when the Padres started winning, he's been insane at the plate. In 27 games, he's slugging .557 with 15 extra base hits. He's barreling the ball 16% of the time, which compared to his previous barrel rate is a huge improvement. It ranks 16th in baseball since July 20th, and only one spot behind his teammate, rookie center fielder Jackson Merrill. Merrill was just 20 years old when he played his first MLB game this March. He's a really young player, but is also probably the frontrunner for NL Rookie of the Year voting now that Paul Skeens has slowed down a little bit in Pittsburgh. Since July 20th, Jackson Merrill has legitimately been one of the best hitters in baseball. He's statistically been the 10th most valuable player in MLB, according to F4 during this time. Merrill has crushed 18 extra base hits in barely 100 plate appearances, which converts to a pretty insane slugging percentage of .670. This success at the plate has come down to him hitting the ball on the ground less and hitting more balls in the air, be it line drives or fly balls. His 1.035 OPS is easily the highest on the Padres, and him hitting the cover off the ball right now is definitely a big contributor to the Padres winning games. Michael King was one of the headliners in the return for Juan Soto this December. His Padres career started out a bit rocky, as he had an ERA of 5 through the end of April in just 6 starts on the mound. However, since then he has reined it in, and during this 27-game stretch dating back to last month, King has been basically unhittable. In 5 starts, the 29-year-old has struck out a third of batters he's faced, allowed just 1 barrel, and is allowing an average exit velocity of just 82.7 miles per hour. Since July 20th, this is the lowest average exit velo allowed by any pitcher in baseball. All this has led to a sparkling 2.37 ERA and .96 whip during the stretch. Another pitcher locking down games recently for the Padres has been Jason Adam. Since being acquired by San Diego on July 28th, Adam has pitched in 9 games and 9 innings. He has yet to allow a run and has only allowed 6 base runners in over 3 weeks of work. His strikeout rate is approaching 40%, and walk rate is down below 3% during the 27 games. He hasn't allowed a barrel yet and has immediately made a huge impact in the Padres bullpen, which did need some help at the trade deadline. Adam was always reliable in his year and a half with the Rays, and they're known for their skills in teaching pitchers how to pitch better. But since coming to San Diego, Jason Adam has only improved. While the Dodgers have been treading water the last month, the Padres have gained significant ground on them in the division. The moves they made at the trade deadline have worked out really well for them in the 3+ weeks they've been Padres. The 4 players that I talked about in this video definitely aren't the only ones making valuable contributions to this recent surge. There are other players stepping it up too, like starter Dylan Cease, catcher Kyle Higashioka, and outfielder David Peralta. It seems that every player on the Padres is getting hot at the same time, and if they can continue like this, they could outright win the NL West and take a top seed in the NL playoffs. definitely like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching this video.